Starting the second day of our conference, and we're going to start off with a keynote speaker, Mr. Gegham Stepanyan. I'll give you a short background of Mr. Stepanyan, and I'll give him the floor. Mr. Stepanyan serves as the human rights defender of Republic of Artsakh, a role he held since March of 2021. He began working with the Human Rights Defender's Office during the 2020 Artsakh War, assisting the former Republic of Artsakh Human Rights Ombudsman Artak Beglarian. Mr. Stepanyan was born in Stepanakert, Artsakh, and graduated from Yerevan State University in 2014 with a degree in international relations. Previously, he has held multiple positions in Artsakh government, including at the National Assembly of Artsakh, where he served as assistant to the speaker. He also lectured as a political conflict lecturer at Artsakh State University.
Քաղաքական կողմերի քաղաքագիտության եւ միջազգային հարաբերությունների աստիճան է ստացել ամերիկյան համալսարանում Լեռնային Ղարաբաղի կառավարությունից թոշակ ստանալով պարտավորվելով վերադառնալ եւ պետծառայող աշխատել Ողջունենք պարոն Ստեփանյանին
Thank you very much.
Շնորհակալություն
First of all,
Նախ եւ առաջ սիրելի գործընկերներ, տիկնայք եւ պարոնայք ցանկանում եմ շնորհակալություն հայտնել CFTJ-ին իր մշտական ջանքերի համար պաշտպանել Արցախի ժողովրդի իրավունքները 20 թվականի Ադրբեջանի ագրեսիայից հետո CFTJ-ի Արցախի օմբուդսմանի գրասենյակի լավ գործընկեր դառավ օգնելով մեր ձայնը լսելի դարձնել
I'm sure that during these 3 days of the conference, many important topics will be discussed and the opinions of the best experts in the field will be heard. I will use this opportunity of my speech to once again tell about the rights of the people of Artsakh that have been violated and are still being violated every day. About what I saw as a human rights defender. On December 12, 2022, I was in this very hall when I received information about the blockages Lachin corridor. I was in this hall and was participating in the Global Forum for Genocide Prevention, which many reputable experts from different parts of the world were invited. Among them was also the UN Secretary General's Special Advisor for Genocide Prevention. I used that opportunity to tell her that while we are discussing here how to prevent genocide, Azerbaijan is in real time conducting a systematic policy of genocide and ethnic cleansing against the people of Artsakh. I told them what crimes Azerbaijan committed during the Azerbaijani aggression of 2020 and what crimes it commits every day in Artsakh. Killing a tractor driver working in agricultural fields, a 25-year-old man repairing water supply pipes, committing psychological attacks on the people of Artsakh and now closing the only way connecting Artsakh with Armenia and the world. I asked them to pay attention to Artsakh. I asked the representative of the UN Secretary General to speak about Artsakh. She promised to follow the developments. She followed. Nothing more. She made her statement about Nagorno-Karabakh after there were no Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh. As a human rights defender, I was unable to return home for 3 months, leaving the people I was meant to protect without my support. During our time in Yerevan, we organized numerous protests in front of the UN and various embassies, but our efforts were in vain. After 3 months, I was able to return Artsakh through the forest roads that were extremely dangerous. However, the desire to reach the homeland and be near my people was more than anything. From a distance, the true horrors of the blockade were less apparent than when I witnessed them firsthand. When I saw with my own eyes how people are in cold conditions without gas, with periodic power outages, in search of daily bread, I tried to tell the world as much as possible, hoping to break the wall of myth. I have seen children looking at me with hungry eyes, and their suffering parents. I have seen people with chronic diseases deprived of medicines, and elderly and disabled people struggling for daily bread. I have seen crowded bread lines and people returning home empty-handed from those lines. I have heard doctors from Artsakh who were constantly alarming about cases of malnutrition and miscarriages among pregnant women. At the same time, I have seen people fighting for their rights every day, whose only goal was to live with dignity in their own land. And gradually that hell became more terrible. On June 15, Azerbaijan completely cut off Artsakh from the outside world at the checkpoint located in the Lachin corridor. Completely. Even the humanitarian transports coming to Artsakh through the ICRC were stopped at the demand of Azerbaijan. Day by day, the supplies on the spot were being used up, and new supplies were not being made. The people of Artsakh closely followed the sessions of the UN International Court of Justice and were always happy with the decisions made, which unfortunately never came true. The people of Artsakh followed the discussions of the UN Security Council, in which the positions expressed by different states were nothing more than meaningless words wrapped in diplomatic jargon. After 9 months of starvation, Azerbaijan attacked the people of Nagorno-Karabakh. For 24 hours, the bombings and shelling did not stop. Azerbaijan destroyed everything, cutting the roads between the communities, even not allowing the bodies of the dead to be transported to Stepanakert. To escape Azerbaijani attacks, people were forced to flee their homes and seek shelter in Stepanakert. The streets of Stepanakert were overwhelmed by displaced individuals who spent the night outdoors, lacking adequate food or clothing. Azerbaijan stopped the fire only when we accepted its demand to dissolve the Republic of Artsakh. The Republic, which was created by the true expression of the people's will, through a popular referendum. The Republic, which is an integral part of my identity, without which I am deprived of my identity as a person. The small democratic republic developing in the South Caucasus. Although Azerbaijan agreed to the ceasefire, it continued to move its troops closer to Stepanakert and other communities where peaceful population had found refuge, sometimes even entering Stepanakert accompanied by Russians, which panicked the civilian population even more. In this panic situation, the explosion of the fuel warehouse took place, which killed 238 civilians. The fate of 22 is still unclear. Starting from September 24, under the real threat of physical destruction, the entire population of Artsakh left, including me and my family. I have seen the exodus. And what I read in books about the Armenian genocide, I saw with my own eyes. People in despair and chaos, leaving their homes, not knowing what awaits them. Freedom House qualified this event as ethnic cleansing, the International Association of Genocide Scholars as genocide. As an eyewitness, I can say that I saw a real genocide. 8 minutes is too little to tell the crimes that Azerbaijan has committed against the people of Artsakh and has not been punished for any of its crimes so far. Even today, Azerbaijan destroys our houses, churches, communities, illegally keeps Armenian prisoners of war and hostages, and does not receive any punishment for these crimes. Standing in this same hall today, I continue to fight for our homeland and for our return. My goals are to bring Armenian prisoners home from Azerbaijani captivity, protect Armenian historical and cultural heritage in Artsakh, and hold Azerbaijan accountable for its crimes. Along with 150,000 residents of Artsakh, we demand justice and recognition of the atrocities committed against us. Despite all the disappointments, my struggle is not over. As I did in December 2022, I implore you to help us, support us, and stand by us in our struggle for justice. Dear colleagues, I apologize if you were expecting a different speech from me. I simply wanted to share my story with you, which is not only mine, but the story of 150,000 people. Thank you.
Dear audience, slight change of plans. Even though Mr. Stepanyan was here for our keynote speech, we are going to open up the floor for questions addressed to him because of his unique position. And another new piece of information, he is going to be testifying in the US Congress on the issues of Artsakh, the deportation, and everything else related to the Artsakh population on September 19th, in a few days basically. So, with that said, if you feel comfortable, you can come up here or you can sit there and answer the questions using that microphone. Assuming it works. It doesn't. So come on up.
Thank you very much for the question. You know, I will be very short. To make clear for everyone that today Artsakh people do not have resources, not financial, but also human resources to fight for themselves in international courts, in international arena. And I think that everyone participating in this conference should receive this message that we really need help in fighting for our rights in international courts, in international platforms. Yes, we have different organizations, including CFTJ, that are working in this field, that are helping us since 2020. But we think that there is much more to be done. And in this field, we really want, first of all, not only, we need to have justice in our case. We need to have accountability for all the crimes that Azerbaijan committed. And for this end, we really need the help of international lawyers, Armenian diaspora, and everyone who really cares about human rights. I mean, this is also a very good opportunity for me personally to get acquainted with different professionals of the field and to understand how we can cooperate in the future and to understand how the rights of Artsakh people can be represented in the international arena, legally represented in the international arena. And actually, this is a tool that also, together with political tools, should be used for ensuring, for example, the return of Artsakh people, release of Armenian POWs and hostages, and many other issues that today we are concerned.
Can you hear me? Works. Thank you. Sorry about that. So, Mr. Stepanyan, the next question we have from the audience is about clarification, if we can, of course, about the total number of Armenians in captivity currently in Azerbaijan.
The confirmed number, the number that is confirmed by the Azerbaijani side is 23. Among them are 5 people who were captured by Azerbaijan during 2020 war. 2 were kidnapped or captured by Azerbaijan from the Lachin checkpoint. Rashid Beglaryan and Vagiv Khachaturian. 8 are the representatives of Artsakh military and political leadership, and remaining people were captured by Azerbaijan as a result of 2023 military actions, aggression of Azerbaijan. This is the confirmed number, but you know, not only me, but also other human rights activists or human rights organizations functioning in Armenia received many information, data about other people being captured by Azerbaijan. So we are trying to not only to focus on these confirmed cases, on these 23 cases, but also to bring into attention to other cases, even if we have very small facts, very small evidence that others also are captured by Azerbaijan. I mean, this is something that should be done because the relatives come to us, they ask to raise this issue, to speak more about their relatives who maybe also are captured, are being in captivity in Azerbaijan. So, the short answer is 23 are confirmed and more than 80 are not confirmed cases of captivity.
One more question from the audience, and I think with that we'll wrap it up. So, considering the Russian influence in this region, particularly in Artsakh and Armenia, what do you think USA can do, if anything, to assist Armenia with their issues, specifically in Artsakh?
It's more some kind of political question, but still, you know, I want to be very sincere with you. The United States, the representative of State Department announced during Congress hearing that the United States is not going to tolerate any attack against Nagorno-Karabakh people. An attack happened just 7 days after that announcement, after that statement. I mean, when we are speaking about the role of international actors, including the United States, we should understand that this is completely about human rights. It is completely about the fate of people, and every actor, and especially major powers, have responsibility. And every policy towards this region, including towards Artsakh people, concerning Artsakh people, should also be based on this very understanding that the international community bears responsibility for genocide prevention and human rights protection. I mean, it is a matter of discussion. At least we should also understand that the United States, for many years, was and today continues to be co-chair of OSCE in Minsk, a format that was created under the auspices of OSCE for the resolution of Nagorno-Karabakh Artsakh problem, conflict. And together with Russia, France, and many other countries, we expect genuine engagement of the United States in addressing all the issues remaining, including the issue of return of Artsakh. And I'm going to speak about also this issue during my speech in the US Congress in the coming week.
Thank you, Mr. Stepanyan. One more question.
Thank you very much for your speech. Just a question. We know that Azerbaijan is still destroying everything the Armenian heritage. We know that Artsakh seems not to be on the agenda on the peace talks for the Republic of Armenia. We know that there is no security. We know that there seems to be no right to self-determination, not because it's not existing, but because no one is really claiming it. Do the people really want to return? I mean, most of them, or is it more just a wish, or is it just us trying to implement the law, whereas they say under these circumstances we never can go back?
You know, to start the answer, I would like to say that the rights of Artsakh people, and including the right to return, is some kind of the elephant in the room. Everyone knows that it exists, but no one wants to directly address that issue. This is the main problem, and including the government of Armenia. Yeah, we always speak about that firstly, this issue should be brought to the attention of international actors by the Armenian government. Because no one can be more interested in the fate of Armenians than the Republic of Armenia. When coming to the answer about the wish of people, yes, the survey among Artsakh people from April-May showed that one of the sources of hope for the life among Artsakh people is the hope for return. And the main problem now is not the conditions of return. The main problem now is the absence of platform for any discussions on return. The first task for us, including me as a member of the committee that was created by the National Assembly of Artsakh for the fundamental rights of Artsakh, is to try to bring this issue into the agenda of international relations, international actors, trying to create a platform with Azerbaijan, with engagement of other actors to understand, and then to sit down and try to negotiate the conditions of return, how we imagine our return, how Azerbaijan imagines our return, and how international guarantors imagine this process. This is the first step that we should try to reach, to have a platform for these discussions on Artsakh and on the topic of return. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stepanyan, once again.